So today's lesson is on volume. What is volume? It's the amount of space a 3D, I gotta move that, object occupies. Okay, so if I have a box, how do I measure that space being occupied? Well, we do it by finding out the exact number of cubes that fill that 3D object. We're focusing on rectangular prisms right now. Now, the last thing, because we are looking at the number of cubes that fill that 3D object, we label with cubic units. Cubes, cubic. Cubes is the noun, that's the adjective. So, when we write our label as cubed, we use the exponent of 3 because there are 3 dimensions. But let's take a look at what those examples would look like. This is units cubed. You could say the third power or the power of 3, but this means cubed. Because how many cubes? How many cubic meters? How many cubic inches or cubic feet? Why cubes? Because we are using 3 dimensions. Length, width, height. 3 cubed. And that's what we get for cubes. 3 dimensions. So the formula for volume of a rectangular prism is pretty important because instead of just filling a box with all those cubes that are a certain dimension, we in actuality can just say, hey, let's make it easy on ourselves and let's multiply the length, the width, and the height of the box to find the volume or how many cubes will fit in there. So here we go. What are some steps? Now, there's going to be an example on the side. So the first step is to plug in values. Well, actually, the very first step is to write your formula. Then you plug in values, but I don't think I need to write that one anymore. Then you multiply your dimensions and you label with cubic units. So here's an example. I have a rectangular prism. I have a length of 10 meters, a width of 5 meters, and a height of 7 meters. Now, I said make sure you write down your formula, and then I plug in the values, 10, 5, 7, and then I multiply. So 10 times 5 is 50. And how do I do that quick and easy power of 10 multiplication? I take my basic fact, 1 times 5 is 1 times 5 is 5, and then I count the zeros and I put that in. Now I do the same thing here. Find the basic fact, 5 times 7 is 35, and then there's 1 0 that I must add on. So my answer is 350 meters cubed. So there are 350 cubes that are shaped as 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter that can fill this shape. Now let's take a look at something else. Sometimes you might be given 2 dimensions of a 3D object, but you have to be very careful with that, okay? So the example is the base is 50 meters squared. Wait, meters squared shows surface area, right? Square shows area. And then they give me the height of 7 meters. Well, that's 2, and that's the third dimension. There's 2 dimensions in here. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, and let me come over here. Let me just show this. So the base with the capital B is the area of the base right here. So that highlighted area. And our earlier figure, we had a length of 10, a width of 5, and a height of 7. So to find the big B base, we take 10 times 5, which the big B is 50. So, and that means it's meters squared because it's an area of that highlighted area. So now, let's see. they've given me this, and now the formula, when I've been giving 2 dimensions in one with the capital B, is volume equals base times height. And I wrote that out. So I would take this and my height, when I multiply them together, I get 350 meters cubed. So it's also like saying m squared times m, and I end up with m cubed. So that's how I also get to that point. And that, my friends, is volume.